For more episodes of the Games4all podcast, check out our website www.games4all.podcast.com.
You can also follow us at twitter.com/Games4all or check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/Games4all podcast.
The Games4all podcast is brought to you in association with HostGator. For all your web host needs, check out hostgator.com. Hello and welcome to the Games4all podcast, episode 79. I'm your host Dan Young. With me as always, I'm my good friends
James Craigie.
And
Michelle Barry.
We're going to wonder whether you should jump in if I left it quiet long enough.
No.
Okay, anyway, welcome to the show. We did the game night Skyrim.
Yeah.
We did that last week.
I think it went better than we thought it would.
So we kind of, we all talk a bit about Skyrim in a minute, James, but wasn't really looking forward to doing the video. I don't think you were either, actually, to be honest, because we really didn't know what to show off of the game, because it's kind of one of those games that there's just so much to show. And we showed off very little, if anything. Yeah. But it was fun to film, and so that's on our website for your enjoyment if you so wish to watch it. Games4all.podcast.com. So we're just going to kick off with what we've been playing. James, you're up first.
Shall I carry on with Skyrim?
If you like.
I've been playing Skyrim.
Okay, and
it's awesome.
You need to go into a little bit more detail than that.
Done and dusted.
No. There's just so much to do. I've gotten into the story a bit. I've killed my first dragon, which was epic. Yeah. And unlocked some stuff.
We didn't even see. We barely saw dragons in the actual video we did.
Yeah. Didn't see a giant.
No. But no, we might have done. Just about. And you ran away.
Yeah. Because I went to attack the giant, and then I hit one of the other people, and then they came after me. Yeah,
sounds about right.
But giants are awesome, but there is a bug in there where the giants attack you and you fly 100 feet up into the air. Now, this has been reported to Bethesda, but a lot of people don't seem to mind it. Bethesda don't seem to mind it, so they're not going to do anything about it.
Oh, awesome. No, that makes sense.
Yeah, there are quite a few bugs in there. Various sort of glitches and stuff. Some of them obviously will want fixing, but a couple of them don't. My favourite, I think, is because you can manipulate objects, picking up buckets and putting them on people's heads, and then you can steal their stuff. They won't see it because they got a bucket on their head. Which
that's brilliant. That's
genius.
That is clever.
Yeah.
That's staying in, right?
Yeah, that is
awesome.
Staying in. They've said
you could spend a day just doing that.
Yeah. What I want to know is, who's the guy who found out you could do that? Who's the guy who actually tried that?
I'm surprised it wasn't you.
Me stealing? I try not to. Anyways. But I'm going to do it a lot more now.
But Skyrim, overall verdict, because obviously we talked a little bit about it already, and you spoke a bit about it last week, but yeah, Skyrim.
I think
it's probably your most eagerly anticipated game of this year, isn't it?
Batman, I think, was
really?
my most eagerly anticipated game. But no, this is bang for your buck. I think you cannot go wrong. Yeah. You just get so much, and there is so much to do, and so many different ways to play.
Well, didn't you say they lost count or stopped counting after 300 hours of content?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And you can tell, because there's just so much to do. But they've also said that sort of various kind of guilds and factions that you can join, they actually generate their own quests, and there's like a never-ending supply of quests that you can
pretty cool.
Keep going forever and ever and ever and ever. And ever and ever. Never ever.
Okay, fair enough. So you like it?
Yeah.
A lot of people seem to like it.
Yeah, but I've had to put it down briefly.
Okay.
Because earlier this week I got Assassin's Creed Revelations.
Well, hey, another game you've been very eagerly anticipating. In fact, you've mentioned Assassin's Creed just about every week. Every opportunity to get Assassin's Creed in the news, you've pretty much winged it in there. And you pretty much don't stop playing Assassin's Creed.
No.
So he's obsessed.
So I guess you're gonna like this game too, right?
Yeah.
It's okay.
No.
Go on.
It is good. It's Assassin's Creed. In some ways, it's more of the same. Yeah. But I think there's enough polish on it to make it. It's definitely the standout title of the series so far.
Really?
Yeah. It looks amazing what they've done with it. They're really kind of pushing what they can do with that particular engine. animation is good, voice acting is still amazing. Added a few cool little sort of tweaks and things like the hook blade.
Yeah.
Obviously, everybody's going. There's just so many things you can do with it, and little changes and tweaks with the controls. Like Y is now no longer your sort of head area doing your sense. That's now your secondary weapon.
Right.
So you can have 2 weapons equipped at once and switch between the 2 on the fly.
That's cool.
So that's all right. No horses.
Yeah.
But
are you saying there's no horses at all?
At all. There's a bit where you're like riding a carriage. And there's this cool Indiana Jones bit actually where you sort of running along and trying to catch this guy in this wagon, and there's like a rope behind it, and you grab onto it, and he's like dragging you along, and you need to kind of like shimmy out of the way of rocks and stuff.
Okay.
And then pull yourself up, then hijack it, and then do the whole kind of ramming into other carriages and stuff. And it's very cool. Sort of opening sort of act of the game is awesome.
Okay.
That's. And we got much further than that.
I like the box.
Yeah, I got the collector's edition, which comes in this pretty sturdy sort of cardboard case.
Yeah.
Has a assassin insignia on the front, and you push the assassin insignia up, and the box literally just pops open, and the game pops out.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was playing the game, and Michelle was just sat there playing with the box.
Woo. That's pretty sad, really.
Is the box better than the game?
My opinion, yes. Okay.
It certainly adds something to the all-round package.
Okay.
Made you smile.
Yeah.
So it's better than the box for Skyrim?
Yeah.
Okay.
The box for Skyrim is just a pretty standard box.
Yeah.
It does come with a very nice map.
Yeah, so I hear.
It's all sort of textured and bumpy, and that's pretty cool, but, you know, that's inside the box. That's not the box itself.
Okay, anyways. Going off topic here.
Overall, Assassin's Creed, only played it for a little while, not that far into it, so I'll have more impressions next week.
Okay.
I was going to do an impression there, but I thought, no, I can't do that.
Yeah, you can't. Okay, so that's you pretty much covered. Michelle, you're up next.
Yes,
what are you
I've actually
playing?
got one game.
Cool.
One game. It's
that's one more than last week.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you have a choice. The one I've got is free. It's called Demolition Dash. You can either get it for free, or you can get it for HD for 69p.
Okay.
So
you'd probably just download it and just see if it's any good first, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I stuck to the free games. I think it's really difficult lately to try and find some good games without having to find, like you said, you get the fake buttons on there.
Yeah, that's sort of always the point of the touch controls, right?
It's really hard. I mean, with this game, it could have been more like with Mirror's Edge on my iPhone. It could be more like, you know, flicking up
sort
and
of gesture based.
Yeah, that's what you want.
It's not. It's got fake buttons.
That's the only downside. But it does kind of remind me of Spyro a little bit.
How so?
I mean, you're a monster. Well, in Spyro's case, you know,
sort of like a dragon-y type thing.
Yeah, and you just cause destruction. You're collecting items, going around. You basically make destruction with roaring.
Okay.
So,
with the buttons.
With these fake buttons,
right,
yeah. You have one button that says jump and one button that says roar.
Okay.
And you have no control over your momentum.
No, you have no control over your momentum.
So it's sort of on rails, but you've got sort of okay.
Yeah. And you have
basically just sort of stampede through this city.
Yeah, and killing off police that try and stop you.
Kind of sounds alright. I mean, for free, I probably wouldn't pay for it, but yeah.
Yeah, for free. Right. I mean, you know, I think it's good because, you know, I don't see many people, you know, with their iPhone willing to spend money on games, and I think
not unless they're really good, like ports of old.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know,
games or
GTA 3 or some shit.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a few good games out there for free, but not a lot, to be honest. And you know, I would happily keep this on my phone. It is really good, and you get 24 stages on this. You get two modes. You get World Rampage and Endless. I can't remember what it was, but you get 2 modes on it.
Okay. Cool. Is it better than the granny zombie game thing?
No, nothing can beat that.
That was awesome.
Nothing can beat that. But overall, it's a really good game. If you want it, it's free, or if you want it for HD, it's 69p.
Cool. I have no idea what that works out to in other currencies, but yeah, you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Just check your app store. What's it called again?
Demolition Dash.
Okay, cool. Right. so I guess I'm up next. Mentioned Modern Warfare 3 last week.
Briefly.
Yeah. Briefly. No, I spent about 15 minutes solid talking about it.
Yeah.
I'm about to do the same. No, not really. I'm going to try and round my thoughts on that. I've finished it, yes. I've played a bit of online. The online is pretty much what you expect.
I've heard a lot of people fairly disappointed with the online.
Yeah, it is what it is. You know, I mean, a lot of people buy it for that. There isn't anything majorly innovative in there. The special ops stuff's good. You can play that online co-op or locally. Or whatever, you know, System Link. That's fine. That stuff's good. Some of those missions are fun. They try to do interesting things with it. Like a lot of those are missions you get in the game, but you play them backwards, kind of thing.
Okay.
And there's missions from the bad guy's perspective and that kind of stuff. So it's interesting. I spoke a little bit about the survival mode, which is basically kind of like your horde mode from Gears, kind of thing. You know, obviously other games have that kind of thing, but yeah, that's fun too as well. I played a bit of that online with other people. That's kind of fun. But the campaign primarily is what I play it for, and got to be honest, I really enjoyed this game, and I wasn't expecting a lot out of it, because I think with all the problems that Infinity Ward have had over the last few years since Modern Warfare 2, and having to build another studio to kind of help out with the kind of getting this game pushed out for this year, I really wasn't thinking it was going to be that great, and with what they showed off at E3, didn't really impress me too much. So I was kind of like thinking, do you know what, Battlefield 3 is probably going to be pretty good, you know, and there's a lot of hype around that, and not so much around Modern Warfare 3 like they usually would be for Call of Duty. At least not to me, not that I noticed, but playing it, it's a really solid game. It holds up against all the other Call of Duties, and you know, it does a really good job of rounding off the story that they've set in place. In fact, it links back to the first Modern Warfare really well. There's lots of stuff in there.
I saw some of that when I watched you play.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff that you think, oh my, this is amazing. Like, things that you've seen before in previous games, they bring that back and just kind of link it, ties all together really nicely.
You see it from different perspectives and stuff. And yeah, I remember watching that and thinking,
it's cleverly written,
yeah.
I think. Which sounds really weird talking about an FPS, but it is cleverly...
It's a Call of Duty game.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, you know, it's kind of been the kind of big thing now to hate on Call of Duty, because so many people like it and play it and buy it, and it's such a big franchise that people like to hate on it. But
that's it's the online competitive.
Yeah, maybe. I think
douchebaggery.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that is part of it. But
like I said, with like the Modern Warfare trilogy, and to an extent like Black Ops, I think they've really kind of focused on the story and the writing. I think they've done something, you know.
Yeah, I think Black Ops was surprising, because I think a lot of people, and I sort of shared this opinion, that Treyarch didn't really make very good Call of Duty. I mean, they were playable. Yeah. You would play them and, you know, be fine in that, but the Infinity Ward Call of Duties were what you wanted to go and really spend your money on, and you know, Black Ops was a really big hit, and it was really good.
Yeah, and the story was.
It was
shockingly good.
Yeah, it wasn't so bad, right? And then, you know, Modern Warfare 3 comes out, and wasn't expecting a lot of it. Was disappointed with Battlefield 3. Great looking game, but fell flat everywhere else, really, kind of thing. A lot of people are griping on the whole engine of Call of Duty, and the fact that they've not really done a lot to it. And I don't think that's true. I think it is a better looking game.
Yeah, I think
it is minor tweaks here and there. Yes, it doesn't look as good as Battlefield, and I really hate. I'm going to try and stop making these comparisons between the two, but I think it has to be done in some ways just to kind of appease both parties, sort of thing. But like, graphically, Battlefield 3 is a better looking game, but I actually think there's nothing wrong with how Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 looks. I think it still looks really good and holds up. I mean, there's a lot of games that are out now that just look crap, but like, you know, Modern Warfare 3 holds up. So, and as far as like the story and everything goes, great. You know, I can't fault. The only few gripes I've got are that towards the end there are, and the ending's really good. I actually really enjoy them. Yeah, it does kind of do the thing that Battlefield 3 did all the way through the game. It throws a lot of quick time events at you right towards the end, and that's nothing new for. I mean, Modern Warfare 2 did that, but it kind of feels like you've spent this whole game without any of this quick time event bullshit. And then they kind of just throw a load of it right at the end, and you just think it's kind of a little
thinking that it's cinematic, and
it feels.
In some ways, it does kind of control and sort of focus the action, but at the same time, you don't.
Yeah, you kind of. I don't know if there was a way to do without it. I'd kind of prefer that, but you know, up until then, you know, great. I mean, I still enjoyed the ending despite these things. Yeah, and the other thing is there's a lot of copy and paste.
Yeah.
That I noticed. And a lot of people online noticed it as well. I actually did read a lot about other people's experiences with the game, and even in the campaign, there's a lot of stuff that is borrowed from the first Modern Warfare. Like, they've just kind of changed things. Yeah. Buildings and stuff, you know, they've thrown in there, they've made it look a little bit different and blocked off certain doorways and things like that. And another thing we noticed is chickens. Now, this sounds a weird thing, but in Modern Warfare 2, a lot of chickens in cages kind of like bouncing around in the cages and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, they pretty much copied and pasted the chickens without the cages. And so they're doing the same animations as if they're still in the cage. It's a little bit sloppy in places.
Oh, no.
But other than that, you know, pretty good, really.
See, I like chickens in Skyrim. I'm forced to like chickens now.
Yeah, you can't kill them.
I can't hate them. You're not allowed to hate them. This is the weird thing. I killed some woman, yeah? The guard came
I don't know how this is going back to Skyrim, but go on.
I killed this woman in Skyrim, yeah? It was an accident, I hit her. Guards came
That's not going to hold up in court.
No. But guards came up. Well, no, everyone started attacking me, and I put my sword away, and I yielded, and the guards came up, and I said, oh, okay, pay the fine, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, yeah, fine. And do it. And then I paid the fine, paid that off, went off, found the companions of this woman, and they talked to me fine, normally, no problems at all. I was like, oh, you killed her, mate? No, that's all right. You paid money. You're all right. Yeah, still, it gets me when I kill this chicken in the first village. How the whole village like turns on me, and I put my sword away, and no, they went.
There's no paying for that.
No, so yeah, chicken's very valuable in Skyrim.
Oh, awesome. Anyway,
obviously not so valuable in Modern Warfare 3.
Anyway, overall, really like Modern Warfare 3. More surprisingly good. As I didn't think it was going to be as good as it was, and they've really actually, you know, I wouldn't say cobbled together, but they've thrown together a game that's just, it is really good. So, anyway, a big release that's out this week that we're going to mention at the end of the show, but I have been playing a bit of it today because I got my copy today. Saints Row the Third. Yeah. Now, big fan of the series, big fan of GTA, but I also like Saints Row because it is kind of the more kind of over the top, wackier version of it.
Yeah, it's the comic GTA. Even though GTA has its like funny moments, Saints Row is the sort of the over the top, hyperactive, ADHD twin.
Yeah. Yeah, you could put it that way. Played a lot of the first one. Really enjoyed the first one. Yeah. Played a bit of the second one, not as much as I wanted to, but kind of couldn't resist this because it's just way more over the top. And so I had a couple of hours with it, and
I watched you play.
Yeah. It's just it's the same. It's the same, more the same, but they have thrown more stuff in there. The character customization's way deeper. There's loads you can do with that. It's just ridiculous. You know, and yeah, it's got some of the same characters from the originals and stuff, and that's great. But I think a few gripes I've got in the cutscenes. It just looks really awful. The graphics aren't great on this game,
no,
and it's fair enough. You can kind of forgive it because it's like a fairly big game. And it's the sandbox kind of city, you know, kind of thing. But yeah, just in the cutscenes, it just looks really awful. And I was really quite disappointed to start with. And then I started playing the game. I was like, oh, it actually doesn't look too bad. So I kind of forgave it for that. But other than that, it's a lot of fun, you know. I mean, I'll probably talk a bit more about it next week. But yeah, just freaking... You can spend a lot of time... That's another game you can spend hours on just fucking around and doing nothing.
Yeah. Michelle, you saw Dan playing a little bit of it. It made you chuckle. What did you think of it?
I just like it. I think it's really good. It reminds me a lot of Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much, it's basically THQ's kind of version of that. And, you know, normally that would sound like a bad thing, but I think I don't know, there's just something about Saints Row. This is one of those franchises that it's just, it kind of works.
Well, it's on its third one now, so it's actually done fairly well.
But, yeah, I mean, it's just total craziness. I mean, the first mission on there is pretty much a bank heist that goes tits up, and then you've got the whole mission. I mean, I think we mentioned it before, the mission on the airplane.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous, and
like hijacking an ambulance and just.
Yeah, I mean that's just not even, it's just general like getting from A to B. But yeah, it's just so over the top and wacky, and just almost too much fun. I think now that I've kind of finished Modern Warfare 3. And there's nothing really much coming out now that I'm that bothered about.
No.
I mean, I might maybe check out Need for Speed, I don't know, but like, honestly, I can see myself playing a fair bit of this.
Yeah.
I think mostly because I didn't play as much of the second one as I wanted to, and now this is out and it's new, I kind of just want to play what I can of it, really, so yeah.
You just want to play with it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that going on in the game as well, I hear.
Yeah, it could be. Anyway, right, so that's pretty much our first segment of what we've been playing. Jesus Christ, 20 minutes.
We've been playing a lot, though.
Yeah,
There's been a lot coming out,
yeah,
so I think we can be excused.
We've covered 5 games in this first segment.
Yeah.
So, time to hand over to our good friends at the Underground Geek Network. They too have been playing games.
Skyrim.
Yeah, pretty much been playing Skyrim. They just put out episode 23 of their awesome podcast where they talked primarily about Skyrim for about 40 minutes straight. I listened to it the other day. It's a good podcast. It's a good show. Yeah, check them out. undergroundgeeknetwork.com. On Twitter at UGeekNetwork. The U is a letter. And I sounded almost Irish when I said that, actually.
Yeah. You is a letter.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Don't be stealing me Lucky Charms.
Okay, here we go. So, yeah, check out their awesome show. They got a promo coming up. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be mentioning some news tidbits.
Hey guys, Skyrim. This is Van from Underground Geek Network, Skyrim, and this week on Underground Geek Network's podcast, Skyrim, we talked about us playing Skyrim, and then we Skyrim, and that's about it. Skyrim.
Hello and welcome back to the Games4all podcast. It's over to James with the news.
I think you're right there, boy. Let's just delve into it.
Do it.
Get right into it.
Yeah, get stuck in.
Yeah, just get your hands in there and
need it.
Yeah.
What?
Talking about Skyrim earlier.
Were we?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Still going on about that?
Yeah.
Get over it already.
A big issue. I was mentioning bugs earlier. Perhaps one of the big issues with it is for the Xbox 360 version.
It would be, yeah.
Which is kind of like a lot of PC gamers will sort of say, no, this isn't true, but the Xbox 360 is kind of like the flagship version of the game. It's when it was first shown on. It's the version that's sold out everywhere. It's the one which gets all the DLC 30 days before.
There's more people playing Skyrim on PC than Modern Warfare 3 on PC. Yeah. Which doesn't mean a lot, because obviously Call of Duty games are primarily console-based.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyways.
Obviously, it's common practice now to install the games on the hard drive.
Yeah, usually.
We had a story about this, and it was only like a 3.8 gig install.
Yeah.
It's because a lot of it still streams off the disc, and they basically just put bare bones on there. But the way it works is it uses the cache a lot, so like streaming the textures and putting it on there. But installing it on the hard drive affects that. It stops the textures unpacking properly, so you get low-res textures when it's installed, because it kind of like interferes. So basically Bethesda themselves have said, don't install the game, run it off the disc. They are working on a fix, and it will be in the next title update. There's no dates given.
No, it won't be. It's ready when it's done. It's done.
Yeah. But I have noticed, because I had it installed and I've had it not installed, and load times are a lot better when it is installed, but it doesn't look as nice. Yeah,
a game like that you're going to be staring at for 300 plus hours. Yeah, kind of want it to look good.
Yeah, and it is a nice looking game.
Yeah, I mean, we played some. The game night videos up, but like, I was impressed. It's one of those things. I play games that aren't usually 300 plus hours long. Yeah, if I can help it. But then something like a Saints Row I'll probably spend a lot of time on. I like.
It's because you're not Saints Row. I think you can pick up and put down. Yeah, exactly. Stuff
something like that. I think if I really sat down and played Skyrim, I probably would really get into it. But that's what I'm scared of. Yeah. I'm scared.
Yeah, you're just a big pussy.
Yeah, possibly.
Next story. fairly common knowledge that we've got the new dashboard coming. It's been the dashboard beta.
Yeah, I've been testing it out.
Yeah, one of the things was the Mass Effect 3 beta accidentally leaked on it.
Yeah, no, this should have probably been in the news last week. Actually,
yeah,
I think,
yeah,
but, I read about this. That's fucked up shit.
It is pretty fucked up shit. But from that beta, the clever people who do this sort of thing have extracted story files from the actual game.
Oh dear!
So certain elements of the story have been leaked.
Brilliant.
BioWare have responded to this, but not in the way we thought they would. Obviously, it's a shame. They think the team is a bit disheartened that the unfinished version of the game has been out there, but they will carry on regardless. But BioWare's response has said that they've actually got quite a lot of feedback from those files on the story.
Yeah, and
they're taking that on board, and they're actually going to change.
Probably quite a good thing. Actually,
so they've said this whole thing hasn't been a completely negative.
Well, this wasn't
experience.
This wasn't a thing of somebody got a developer's copy and leaked it or anything like that. This was Microsoft or somebody's
pushing the wrong button.
Yeah, I mean, somehow an alpha version, kind of a demo with some multiplayer. Apparently, I did read up on this. Was leaked via Xbox Live to people with the pre-release beta Blade thing, not Blade, but the channel on their dashboard. And it was only available for like a couple of hours until somebody realised what happened and took it down. Yeah. But people were downloading it and playing it online and stuff, playing the multiplayer and all sorts, apparently. So, apparently it was very unfinished. Lots of, things wrong with it, obviously, because it's still alpha, it's pre-beta, but like, I don't know, that's kind of... In a way, it's probably could have helped them out a little bit with the story.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, you don't often hear this. I mean, developers don't often get the chance to, like... Because obviously they want to keep the story under wraps as much as possible.
Yeah.
They have... the good doctors at BioWare have said to anybody, please don't read the files, don't read any spoilers or whatever, don't spoil it for yourself. But those of you who have, thank you for giving us that feedback on what you think, and they're going to try and make a better game out of it.
That's cool. Yeah, I mean, talking about turning it around, Yeah.
Every cloud and all that.
Indeed.
We're just talking about games that I like this week. I've pretty much noticed how... Yeah.
That's funny, isn't it?
Yeah. Batman Arkham City.
James controls the news.
Yeah. Yes.
As long as you don't control the weather, I don't give a fuck.
No. We'll see. I'll be working on that. But yeah, there's been this big thing for 360 gamers of Batman Arkham City having their saved games deleted, or they're disappearing. They're going to play the game, going to load up, and their game is just gone. Which, as a 360 player of Arkham City, I find this slightly worrying.
Yeah, I would.
But there's been lots of sort of mentions of it on the forums and everything. Lots of people complaining about it, but nothing solid as far as I know.
Okay.
But Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment have said that they are looking into the issue, and they've appealed for people affected by it to post more sort of details and stuff. They're going to like...
This could be a case of people not saving properly or turning the console off during the save. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, they need to know what's going on. They have no idea what's going on. And, for all we know, it could be just like it could be like a troll meme or something. My game's disappeared. Oh, don't get it on 360, blah, 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 blah.
Possibly,
fanboyism. But yeah, they've said if this has happened to you,
if that's the case, they've started it a bit late, but whatever.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. If this has happened to you, post your details on the forums. They'll look at them. They'll try and figure out what's happened, and try and fix it, and stop it from happening to anyone else.
Yeah, fair enough.
Lots of developers being nice.
It's crazy.
Yeah. The next game on the news list is Assassin's Creed Revelations.
Yeah, go
on. DLC has already been announced. It's been out, 2 days?
If that.
2-3 days?
Yeah, 3 days.
13th of December, we'll be getting a multiplayer character pack.
Yay.
Consisting of Corsair, Privateer, Brigand and Gladiator.
Awesome.
320 Microsoft points, or $399, probably, £2.99?
Yeah, who knows? Who cares?
But, I think this whole DLC thing is getting a bit silly.
Yeah, probably.
Just like the amount of stuff that they're... Quite clearly, it could have been ready for release, and they have kept it out so that it is DLC. I mean, it's fair enough doing it so it's there. But is it really worth releasing these little packs?
Yeah, there's that. And what would piss me off more is if it was all on the disc. You're just fucking unlocking it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That pisses me off.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough if it's content that wasn't finished and all that.
Yeah, that's different if it's additional content.
But at the same time, I probably want them to... I mean, maybe
Jay,
like save up stuff and release it.
Maybe they will. Maybe if
thing.
you don't jump in and be a fucking day one downloader of this kind of crap, then maybe they'll do a pack with all the stuff in it, slightly cheaper, because you waited. I mean, that would be an idea.
I mean, they would. They did that with the previous two games where you, once the final DLC came out, there's an option of getting like a slightly bigger version that has all.
Yeah, a lot of games do it now. You might as well just wait.
Yeah.
So
I will do.
Is that what you're going to do then? Awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to wait. I'm going to do it. But
it's just characters and shit.
Yeah, I know.
Do you need that?
No, I think I'll probably be waiting more for like single player content DLC.
There you go.
Something that's more worth it. But
oh, by the way, how is the multiplayer?
It's good.
Is it?
It's actually got a story mode.
Okay, is it? So it's not like Brotherhood.
It is like Brotherhood, but they've again, as with the main single player game, they've tweaked it a lot and added new things. I mentioned it. It's pretty much like the beta was. I talked about the beta and everything, and it's just kind of more polished and everything, and it's like cutscenes. And you know, it just feels like a more sort of complete experience.
Okay. And
there's actually kind of like reasons to do it, because as you progress and level up your character, there's more of the story there, so there's more incentive to actually play it.
Yeah. All right. I was just a bit curious about it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Last story. I'm not sure if we've ever sort of spoken about this, but
for fuck's sake.
PETA, the pricks for the ethical treatment of animals.
Oh yeah, that's what the P stands for.
Yeah.
This made me laugh as soon as I heard it.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm all for, you know...
They're campaigning for animal rights, which in itself, it's endearing.
Right. Fair enough, but can I
they target video games, and they have targeted video games in the past.
How long has this... I mean, not this specific game, but Mario...
thanks for ruining the story.
Sorry, but, you know, it's... You know...
It's fine.
You know, it's been out for ages, and
no,
now
it
they're
hasn't.
out. No, I'm not talking about this game.
Okay.
I'm talking about Mario in general.
Basically, they've launched a Flash game called Mario Kills Tanuki, which is the raccoon type thing.
Yeah.
Because they reckon the upcoming game Super Mario 3D Land with the Tanuki suit, it promotes wearing fur.
Yeah, do you know what? Yeah, I can see where they're coming from.
They have come back and said, well, it's just like a tongue-in-cheek. We weren't genuinely serious. We're not boycotting this game or anything, but it is like an important issue, and we just wanted to have a bit of fun to bring it to light.
To be fair.
And you're kind of thinking, are you saying that because of the reaction of everybody calling you pricks? Or is this genuinely the thing? Well, what's the real story here?
But
I'm sort of thinking.
Can I ask though? But you play this, you know, if you play a game like this, do you automatically? I mean, because I know I don't automatically think, oh yeah, I like that. It's like, should I buy some fur?
Yeah, 7-year-olds going around going, look at my fur coat.
Skin a raccoon.
I want a fur coat.
I don't think at any point during the game Mario actually rips the fur off.
Daddy, can you skin that animal so I can wear its fur? You know what I mean? This is not going to happen, is it?
And you're sort of thinking, okay, they're leaping on this, but.
Do you see Mario being a banned game? Jesus.
No, absolutely. But there are so many other games that are far crueler to animals.
Yeah.
Like, you look at Red Dead Redemption and Skyrim and all that, and Fallout, and you're basically killing animals, cutting up the meat, taking the hide. You think they'd have something to say about that?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, after playing Red Dead Redemption, every coyote I say, I want to kill it and skin it. Just...
No, I just think
that's my immediate reaction.
I just think this story is completely ridiculous.
I think it started out as something that they were like, fucking getting behind and that, and now they probably realised, along with everybody else, how fucking ridiculous it is, and they're like, actually, this is kind of stupid.
If they saw Mario actually killing it and then decide, I'll wear it, it's different.
Still, it wouldn't be a kids' game anymore, would it? Let's be honest. So, you know.
I always found Mario slightly sinister anyway.
Okay.
Creepy Italian sort of rapist.
Hang on, what?
What do you think? He's kind of like going off to save this princess. She didn't ask him to save her.
No, don't. I'm not sure.
Just leave it alone.
That's a far cry from raping.
What's his intentions there? What's he going to do to the princess once he saved her? Is it going to be any worse than what the big lizard's going to do?
Fuck's sake.
One up. I don't know.
You look into
but one
it
up
too
where?
much.
I mean, he does like exploring pipes.
Yeah, you know. What the fuck? Okay, so
anyway, but yeah, point is,
we're not doing a podcast here.
In the end, the video games people, they're not real animals. Just because you see it in the games, this is the whole thing. People seem to think that games have this power to shape the way people think, where, you know, people do go into wherever and shoot people up and do all this, and I saw it on the computer, games. No, it's just the fact that you're a knob and you're blaming it on the computer games. That's pretty much what it is.
You could solve all the world's problems, James. I have a theory that you could. Anyways.
Yeah. You know, it's just, don't blame the games, blame the knobs that play them.
Fair enough if you got it flashing up on screen by fur, you know.
By fur, yeah.
Yeah, if it was the ad campaign for the fucking game, then yeah. Well, it's a ridiculous story, but I figured I guess we kind of thought it was worth a mention just for kind of shits and giggles.
It made me laugh.
Yep. Well,
as I put down here on the notes, roll on floor, laughing my ass off, yet somehow still typing.
Nice Bill Bailey.
Yeah, nice Bill Bailey.
Okay, so we are going to take another well-deserved break. But when we come back, we're going to talk about this week's releases and the chart. Hello and welcome back to the Games4all podcast. Now, before we hit the chart and the releases, we're going to quickly mention our friends again over at the Underground Geek Network. They do a really cool show. It's another podcast, but it's basically about video games, comic books, anime, pretty much everything geeky that you can possibly think of. And
the clue is in the name.
Yeah. And, our good friends over there, check their show out. It's out every other week, I think.
Bi-weekly.
Yeah. And check them out.
Or fortnightly.
Yeah, that works too. Check them out, undergroundgeeknetwork.com. Or you can search them on iTunes by typing in Underground Geek Network. Or if you type in the Games4all podcast into iTunes, they pop up as well. So
that's
you
cool.
can kind of check us both out.
Like they are there to service all your geek needs.
Indeed.
Well, not all of them, because, you know, geeks have needs. But they're not there to service those ones.
Okay, stop talking. Why are you on this show again?
I'm here to
derail it,
hijack it.
Treat.
Start thinking Skyrim. That might get you off the...
No, that's just going to cause another rant. Let's not go there. Right, but yeah, check out our good friends. They're awesome. They do a great show, and really want to just kind of promote them a hell of a lot because they're doing good things. And you heard the promo earlier. It's good. It's a great show. Anyway, and we're hoping to have those guys on soon. Actually, have them on. I'll show you.
Guys and gal,
if possible. And it's probably the first they've heard of it, but hey. Yeah. Okay then. So, It's over to Michelle.
Yes.
For this week's chart.
Yeah.
How's it shaping up?
Yeah. That's how
I like the sound of that. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So what's coming out? How's that looking? Meh, it's alright.
Yeah, it's
okay, well, we've done a show.
Alright, at number 10 it's Wii Party. At number 9, yeah.
So how it's written?
Yeah, Zumba Fuckness.
Okay. Yeah.
At number 8 it's Batman Arkham City.
Satan's Fitness. Sorry, yeah, go on.
That'll be next week.
If it's still there. At number 7 it's, let's see if I can get it right, Moshi Monsters Moshling Zoo.
Oh, what's that all about, Michelle?
I haven't got a fucking clue.
It sounds awful.
Yeah.
It could be on par with the Zumba Fitness.
We watched a trailer earlier, and I think I actually had a seizure. So I remember switching it on, but I don't remember.
I vomited at one point.
Yeah.
It was not pretty.
He was threatening to break my iPhone, so I had to put it away.
Switch it the fuck off! He was screaming.
I was scratching my eyes out. Yeah. There you go.
At number 6, it's Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception. At number 5, it's Just Dance 3. At number 4, it's FIFA 12. At number 3, it's Battlefield 3. At number 2, it's The Elder Scrolls Skyrim.
Hey.
And at number 1, it's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3.
As expected.
Yeah.
It's all the console sales, isn't it, really? Let's be honest.
I mean, you had the figures of how much it sold.
Stupid o'clock.
Yeah. All I know is Skyrim sold 3.5 million copies in its first 48 hours.
That's good.
Which is sort of legendary until you compare it in the same sort of period how much Call of Duty
hundreds of millions of copies they sold in 5 days.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I am a COD fan, but, you know...
This time of year is very draining on the gamer's wallet.
Yeah, big time. Anyways, speaking of which, what's coming out this week?
Saints Row the Third.
Mentioned a bit about that.
On 360 and PS3.
Yeah, be talking about that again next week, I do believe.
Yeah.
That's probably all I'll be playing, but yeah.
Yeah. Another game coming out I might have to pick up at some point. I feel the need for speed, the run.
Runs.
Really?
Yeah.
It does look cool. I played the demo the other week and it was
I downloaded and played the demo afterwards and I quite enjoyed it.
I liked it,
right.
Yeah.
I'm tempted by this, but if I can kind of draw myself away from Saints Row enough to maybe go pick it up. I don't know.
See, that's my problem. I'm having to kind of.
You ain't gonna play this. You got fucking Skyrim, Assassin's Creed.
I'll be playing it.
I'm having to schedule my time between games as it is. But yeah, that's out on 360, PS3, PC, Wii, and 3DS.
Awesome.
The Swan Song of the Wii. Also out. Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword.
Holy shit! Yeah, that's come around. Jesus.
Yeah. That comes with you can get in a bundle with a swanky gold Wiimote Plus.
Cool. I just actually meant to ask you about this. Are you actually going to pick it up? Because you've got a Wii. I haven't got one. So.
I will be probably before Christmas.
Sweet. Be good to hear what that's like.
Yeah. I do like me some Zelda.
Cool.
Super Mario 3D Land 3DS, where you'll be able to skin a raccoon and parade it around in front of your mushroom friends.
Yeah.
That's 3DS only, obviously. And also probably the greatest game of the year to be released so far, the one I've been looking forward to the most, the one that's going to win a ton of awards, lots of commendations, is going to stay on my pile forever and ever and ever. Lego Harry Potter Years 5 to 7.
Yeah.
That's on 360, PS3, PC, Wii, 3DS, DS, PSP.
Anything else?
Amstrad. Abacus.
Coming to a Bible near you soon. Anyway, okay, it's on a lot of shit.
GM1. Billboards. Packets of gravy.
Simon Cowell's face.
Simon Cowell's face. Simon Cowell's arse.
Okay, anyway.
Simon Cowell's big droopy tits.
What the fuck? Okay, so I need to apologise for the...
Not to Simon Cowell, because they are big and droopy.
Pretty accurate, actually. Anyways, so
flopping over his waistband.
Shut the fuck up, dude. Anyway, so yeah, there's some good games coming out. I guess. I mean, the bulk of kind of the big AAA titles have kind of been and gone now. Really,
yeah, this is sort of like the last Wazoo.
Yeah,
I don't think it is actually. What?
Where the fuck did that come from?
I don't know.
Yeah.
The big well, hey, no, that's not much better.
Anyways, so yeah, interesting to see what next week's release is going to look like. I don't think it's going to be that great, but we'll see. I'm going to be playing a lot with Saints Row the Third. I know that much, and I probably will pick up Need for Speed at some point, but I don't know. And I know you said you're going to pick up Zelda, and you probably will be picking up Harry Potter as well.
Yeah,
so. Some stuff to talk about in the coming weeks, probably.
Well, I'm hoping that my son doesn't listen to the show, being that he's going to be 6 in a couple of weeks. But I have kind of lined this up as a Christmas present for us both.
Jesus, it's bad. Yeah. Anyway, so thank you very much for listening, putting up with James and his copious amounts of drivel.
Sorry, I'll wipe that out.
Yeah. But thanks for downloading and supporting us. Thank you for subscribing if you do for iTunes. If you don't, go to iTunes, click on the store, type in Games4all Podcast or the Games4all Podcast, and you can subscribe there. Every week we do an audio show that you can just download automatically. Don't even have to think about it. It's just there. Boom, done. Sweet. So
off the internet and into your ear holes.
Yeah.
The touch of a button.
Rather the ear holes than any other holes.
Out of the internet and up your arsehole.
We need to get back on track, and it's just the end anyway. So, thanks again. If you want to email us, it's it's podcast@games4all.podcast.com. Shh, don't tell anyone. If you want to check out all of our archive of audio, video, and just about everything we've done, including photos, just everything, it's games4all.podcast.com. Everything's on there. Check out our game night of Skyrim we just recorded. That's pretty much the latest video we've done. There won't be no more videos for a while. I don't know. Maybe we'll do a little Christmas message or something fun. I don't know, but we'll see. Yeah, and we're on Facebook, facebook.com/games4all podcast, and Twitter,
twitter.com/games4all.
Games4all. Don't know why I'm doing the Irish accent again.
Because my impression of you is Irish. I don't know why.
I'm not sure either.
Because you're quite clearly from Norfolk.
Shut up. Anyway, so thank you very much for listening again, and hopefully we'll be back next week to download this shit. Otherwise we'll be very upset. Have a great weekend, and we'll be back soon. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
For more episodes of the Games4all podcast, check out our website, www.games4all.podcast.com.
You can also follow us at twitter.com/games4all, or check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/games4all podcast.
The Games4all podcast is brought to you in association with HostGator. For all your web host needs, check out hostgator.com.